Before I started, I wanted to tell you a little story about how my younger brother was really passionate and active in activities at his school. He was even elected as a head prefect, achieved excellent results, and won many awards. He was a boy who had a fantastic time during his childhood. But one day, he didn't want to come to school. He did the same thing on the second day, third day, until a week. Umi, Ustaz did something to me. I don't know whether it's wrong or right. That's what he said after a week of silence. He was the victim of the pedophile. And that's when I realized that child sexual abuse can happen to anyone and by anyone. Parents often hear about cases of child sexual abuse on TV and social media, but in most cases they think it happens elsewhere and would never relate to their children. The truth is, child sexual abuse happens more frequently than an average parent thinks. This has made me do a lot of research regarding pedophilia, and that's why you should listen to what I'm going to talk about later. So, what is pedophilia? The word pedophilia comes from the Greek, where pedo means child and philia means love. Pedophilia is a form of psychosexual disorder in adults or older adolescents who experiences sexual attraction toward prepubescent children. Ladies and gentlemen, pedophiles, they don't look any different from anyone else. They look just like you and me. That's why it is important for you to know the most common signs of pedophiles that can help you safeguard your children from befriending a molester. Hence, in my speech today, I am going to talk about the warning signs of pedophiles and how to protect your children from pedophiles. So first, we will look into the warning signs of pedophiles. In the first stage, pedophiles will try to build a good relationship with the targeted victims. They may be involving themselves in kids' life. That's why, most commonly, a pedophile is an everyman who lives nearby or works at your kid's school. In fact, about 90% of children who are sexually abused report that their perpetrator was somebody they already knew and trusted. And this is supported by 2 websites I have read. Dear audience, a relationship without trust is nothing. So they will try to establish trust in the relationship by making kids feel special or unique. They may be very attentive, showering the victims with attractive gifts, praise, phone calls, and texts. This will not only win the kids' trust but also the parents. For example, in my younger brother case, the pedophile gave him an anime figure as a gift for no apparent reason, and that has made him over the moon, as well as my mother. Another example from my research is pedophiles. They often swoop in to babysit your children for free, take your children for overnight outings, or help out often. In other words, they appear too good to be true. They use these tactics to bait their victim, their targeted victim. So, if a stranger or a friend or even a family member is showing too much affection toward your kids, you must be alarmed. They might be trying to get your kids' trust. Next, you may notice that pedophiles tend to use manipulative language. They may insult or mock the victims on anything, on their behavior, on their appearance, on their clothes, friends, or even other parts of their personal life. Pedophiles, they also often lie and twist the information in order to make the victim feel they are at fault or guilty. People use manipulative language usually to get their way, bully, gaslighting, or to create power imbalance. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse where the perpetrator makes the victim question their own thoughts, their own memories, or even their own sanity. For example, pedophiles may say something like, your mother will never forgive you if they find out what we did. You didn't say no. Another example is when a pedophile blames a kid for making him feel jealous just because the kid plays with their friends. Pedophiles, they use this strategy to create power imbalance over the victim, because the blame, shame, and the control game is indeed hard to handle, especially the victim is the kid. Pedophiles, they crave power and control, and then they will use a child's confusion and fear to maintain the control over the child. This is also one of the reasons why a week of silence could happen that I mentioned earlier about my younger brother case. The victims, they are in confusion, they are in silence because they are in confusion and fear because of the manipulative pedophiles. Therefore, a good relationship with kids and the use of manipulative language are the warning signs of pedophiles. Now that you learned something about the warning signs of pedophiles, let's look into some preventive actions that you can take to safeguard your children or siblings. In conclusion, although pedophiles are hidden behind their mask, we can still uncover them by learning their warning signs, such as a good relationship with kids and the use of manipulative language. Preventive action also must be taken to keep your children or sibling safe from any harm, such as having an open communication with kids and also educating your children. Dear audience, the crimes of pedophilia cases to this day is still increasing, with the number of victims among children. There is nothing more important than a child's well-being, isn't it? But pedophiles out there are hiding behind their mask. So be aware, get to know them, but don't forget your children. Remember, what you do now is the answer to your child's future. Thank you.